and I'm seeing something over here. There's some sort of a fence or a palisade. Yeah, it must have been put up by players with the recent introduction of the territory control patch. And okay, so that's new. I've not seen that before. So I do wonder what this thing is. It's really just blocking the path. Press R to build wall. Okay, so which guild built this wall? I wonder. So you can repair this. Okay, so you do need building materials to. Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, it seems like some guild has set up these structures. You're not allowed to do this. Yeah, if I'm not... Whoa. Oh. Okay. Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Mortal Online, the second era. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur here, and today you're watching episode 48. So today I'm logged in as Starkanier, and what I want to do today is I want to go to the spider cave that I came across some time ago during my travels with crew. We went to Galkor, and on our way back we came across this little cave, and supposedly it has lots of spiders in there, giant spiders. And so today what I wanted to do was send Starkanier into that cave, because even though his Starkanier is almost maxed out in terms of stats, in terms of his attributes, but he still has quite some way to go before he's able to be totally combat ready. So yeah, just now, I did come across, when I was walking down the path here, along this path, I noticed that some guild has built a wall across the path, and and there's been some other buildings been built on that road, and I went there, and there was this red player who was who was camping there, I think, and yeah, so my first instinct was, oh, it's a red, I better kill him, better attack him. So I drew my weapon, and I was the first one to swing my weapon at him, and so yeah, he immediately killed me in self-defense. But after I resurrected and went back, the player's name was, I'll just show you. So his name was Blue Trabe, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I was looking for my loot, and he yelled out to me and asked me to go to where he is, and yeah, so he left my loot intact. He didn't take anything, and so I was able to recover my loot and just continue on my way. And so that was kind of that red player. Even though I drew the first, I attacked him first, but he was still kind enough to let me have my things back. And in hindsight, I felt that I really just attacked him because it was a natural reaction. Whenever I see a red, my first instinct is to draw my weapon and start fighting. So that was I guess that was my mistake there, because normally if a player hasn't attacked me, I would not strike back. So but on that incident, I was the first one to attack, and so really that was my mistake. But yeah, thankfully I have everything with me. So what I did was I got my crafting character Raynon to mail some heavy robe and to show you the weapon, one-handed heavy handle warhammer. It's a very long name, as well as a shield. So today I just want to head on over to the cave, and that cave is near Myrland, and right now it's dawn because the sun is over there. Let's just cross this bridge. Interesting. I've not seen that before. So I wonder whether it's player built or whether it was added by the developers. That's interesting. Yeah, so it does seem like okay. So it does seem like, Territory Control Patch has introduced a lot of new buildings. I do believe that is a player-built structure. And I also use the mail system, the new mail system, for quite a bit, and I do have to say that it is a vast improvement to the old mail system, and I do like it because now it does allow me to send large numbers of items in relatively shorter time and in fewer clicks. So I do like the new revamp on the mail system, so well done to SV for that. So I really do think that the territory control patch has introduced a lot of good changes, and in general I do feel that the world, I do feel that the game will benefit a lot with this new patch, and I think we're going to start seeing more player towns springing up all over Myrland. And I guess that's what the developers were aiming for. When they were designing this game, they wanted to create a world where people can create their own towns and enforce their own rules. And this mechanic, this sort of player-run towns and player-built structures that we've seen here in the new territory control patch. It's a bank. Wow. So I think this is really what we've been waiting for a long time. This game has taken some time to get these mechanics in, but yeah, but it really does, so as you can see, players have built a lot of interesting structures. And wow, this is very interesting. And is this player housing? Yeah, it does seem like it. Very interesting. I did not expect to see this, because usually this place was just empty, but it does appear that some guild has created a small settlement here with an inn and a bank. So it's good to see. And if I'm not mistaken, I did read somewhere, or I saw somewhere, that the new territory control patch also introduced the like a freeform, building system where you can place structures in more of a freeform manner, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this may be an interesting journey for me as I go to the spider cave. I'll probably start to see, oh, look at this, with the house and the sun rising up. It's very nice. I do like the scenery. So who knows? As we journey along, we may see, more player-built structures. And also, recently one of my viewers has posted a suggestion on my video, on one of my videos actually. He was suggesting that maybe I could do a video on character progression or character leveling guide for new players. Okay, entered Eclipse territory. I hope this is not going to end up getting me killed. Okay, so now guilds can control territories. Okay, so this is really, with the territory control patch, this is really revamped a lot of things. It's changed the landscape, as you can see. What used to be an empty landscape is now dotted with various buildings that players have crafted, and so it's very nice to see. So anyway, so the player who made that suggestion, I do feel that the suggestion is a good suggestion. So what I've decided to do is, in one of my upcoming videos, I will look into doing a guide for new players. But I will have to plan it out very, take some time to plan it, because the way things work in this game is very different, and there are a lot of mechanics that govern your skills and stats and so on. So I do want to plan things out a little bit before I do that video, so that I can cover things in a better way. And wow, look at that. All of this, the territory control patch has really made me want to do more exploring and just go out there and see what players have built. And so I do think that I will take some time to level up Starkania. Sorry, not level up, but skill him up before I join a guild, so that I can be more useful. Because right now I still feel that Starkania is very undertrained, and I sort of realised that when I sent him down to the sewers last time, and he pretty much got owned by the scoundrels. But yeah, I think in the meantime I'll just explore. So I really do think that this game is heading in the right direction. I wonder whether I can open this gate. You're not allowed to do this, okay. So it does look like, as soon as the territory control patch went up, player guilds immediately rushed to go and build structures on prime territory, prime real estate. And so it's really I'm very glad to see that players have taken to populate the landscape with their own structures. And in future, if I'm not sure if this has already been implemented, but Pisano's territory, I don't know whether that's just one person, whether that territory is owned by that just one person, or whether it's a guild that owns it. But I do wonder whether road construction has been added. I think if in future, if they add the ability to build pavements, and okay, I better to see where I'm supposed to go with so many buildings being built by players. I'm starting to not recognize certain parts of the world. So yeah, as I was saying, if if it's possible to build roads, then I think it'll be very good, because you know I think it will really add to the immersion, and if traveling on roads will increase your travel speed or something like that, if it adds some sort of benefit, then I think it'll be good as well. But anyway, whether or not that's been added in, I think this game is headed in the right direction. So if you've been away from this game, or if you've never played this game before, I think this is a really good time to just come back to check it out. And of course, the game has a free to play system where you can play the game for free, with a capped skill. You're capped at 60 for all your skills, and of course you cannot use thievery. But yeah, I really do like the scenery. It looks very, very nice from here. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. Yeah, it looks like another player built city. For those of you who have seen the Mortal Online city building trailer, I do think that retribution. Okay, so it does look very interesting. That what you can build in in the new TC patch. And what if we got here? Yeah, it does seem like now there are a lot more structures that you can build, and I hope that control tower isn't going to kill me. Yeah, I'll pick some of this. This is for my own food. Okay, so that appears to be some sort of player structure there, and my frame rate has dropped a little bit. Yeah, just now I forgot to plug in the battery charger, and okay, so I think the frame rate has come back. So I'm hoping that in future, one of the things that I've been hoping that SV will add is the weather and temperature variations, and how that affects players and the landscape. I did mention in one of my past videos that Darkfall Unholy Wars has introduced that in their game, and so basically when it's winter or snowy weather, the landscape will be covered in snow, and so I just feel that in future, if SV adds weather, climate and temperature variations, and that if a player who is not wearing a lot of warm clothing goes into let's say a cold area, then it may affect his health and so forth. So if in future SV adds that, then I think this will really create a lot more immersion, and we'll start seeing players migrate to different parts of the world depending on their preference, and then we'll just be one step closer to, I guess, SV's dream of creating a world where it's all based on player decisions and what players decide to do. So who knows, maybe that's something that's down the pipeline in SV's development plans. Who knows? I'm just guessing, but hopefully that is the case, and if it is, then I certainly will be looking forward to seeing that. But I think temperature control is one of the features that's been that players have been waiting for a long time. So hopefully I'm still on the right path. I do know that the spider cave is near the that circle of stones where the demons are. And yeah, it's been a while, been some time since I've gone out traveling, so it's a breath of fresh air for me. And normally I would have used Tibers to explore, but I just feel that Stuckania needs a bit more training, so I decided to send him out here. And in hindsight, I feel that I am sending Stuckania on a suicide mission, because if he goes down to that spider cave, then more than likely he's just going to end up dying. But Stuckania is a warrior through and through, so he needs not fear death. And seeing he's a Thursa, who stands 194 centimeters tall, he need not fear death or lesser opponents. I do wonder what are these circles in the sky. Is that for something else that's coming up, future content, or I wonder. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the spider cave is around here somewhere. Okay, so it takes damage as well when you just take a little bit of falling, but we are almost there. So I think I will continue this in the next episode. Just let me rest up. And I don't know whether anyone has been getting some weird problems with their client. Recently when I patched to 1.81.00.04, when I was trying to download that patch, I got that error 404 thing again, and so I ran the client integrity check, and it did replace all the damaged files, which was something like 500 plus, and it took me quite a number of hours just to fix things. And then after that, when I started up the client, it gave me this weird error message saying ambiguous package name using file path, a path to a file, and when I press OK, it comes up with another one. And overall, in total, there's something like I think there's like a 50 or something like that, maybe 30 or something of these messages. And so I don't know whether anyone else has got this problem that I've got. Now the client runs perfectly fine. There's no problems whatsoever. But it's just that there is that error at the start when you fire up the client. So nitro flingers. Okay, so here's the cave. Alright, so we'll continue this in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and as always, if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. So look forward to seeing you in the next one. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care.